Good day, Orcs Must Die fans. Hungry Hippos here. This time we're on the Twin Halls. Apparently it's dusty, so watch out for that. Probably a bit more dangerous than the Orcs, I'd say. But anyway, here we go. This map is one of my favourites. I quite like this map. It's good times, good times. So here goes. Okay, first of all, I set up my kill box at the beginning up here. Now, you might wonder why, but the reason is basically because I want to maximise the combos on the Orcs early on and not have to wait 50 years for them to show up. That's all there is to it, nothing else. Now, you'll just notice I put the boom barrels over there at the back. I'll need them later, so that's the reason why they're there. And here we go. Time for some Orc killing. In your face indeed, Mr. Orc Slayer. Very well, very well. Okay, so to set up this stuff, I need to switch to the other side. I find with the money, I can kind of get an idea as to how well I'm actually doing. At this stage, I normally have more like 5,800 coins, so I was a little bit behind, but still good. Probably me being a bit of a noob. Wouldn't worry too much about that. It's quite normal. So here we go. The kill box is now set up on the other side. Basically, it's the same position as it was on the right there just now. And at this stage, I'm trying to utilise weapon switching, as you can see. My grinder gets jammed, and I actually think weapon switching works a lot better when you start getting, you know, the fire archers and more traps and such.
Very well then.
So yeah, it's a best endeavour approach really at this stage. Now I'm just going to move the boom barrels and I'm going to put them over here for safekeeping, because putting lots of explosives all next to each other is pretty damn safe, I'm led to believe. So putting that theory into practice here. Okay, it's the last one. There's 6 barrels on this level. I need 4 for the Orcs, which leaves me 2 for blowing myself up with. That's probably the best use of the barrels really, isn't it? Blow myself up. That's probably the wisest move. I should do that more often. Now here we go, putting down a spike trap. An 8x, that's quite good. I have had 9x's here before. More luck than skill probably. Bit of dumb luck. Everyone needs some of that. Okay, so here we go. I've just got the jagged steel upgrade, so that and the fire archers is necessary to get 12x's on these early ogres. And here's a barricade. This blocks off that whole side. One barricade right there. I saw this in a video by a guy called Remnizon. He showed me that on one of his videos, so that's pretty awesome. Didn't realise you could do that till then.
This won't hurt a bit.
Go and put down my kill box. Ballista there works better for some reason. I think it hits a bit earlier. Didn't have enough cash for that barricade, so I sold it and bought that archer instead. With the barrels here, I just move them around because it's a lot of fun. There you go. Now I'm just thinking about position. I don't want to get them blown up. So I find it works best around there. Put my back to that barricade and put that down just so that I can place that barrel down in the right kind of place. Using the ogre sprinting tactic here to make the ogre chase after me. Split him up from those archers at the back. Knocking his health down to probably about 40% or so, I'd say. And then here we go, I'm going for the 12x. There we go. Now, as I said earlier, you need as many 12x's as possible. At least 2 or 3 to get a properly high score. However, I'd say, you know, don't give up if you don't get them. It took me a bit of time to actually kind of iron out the process of getting them at least fairly consistently. So I wouldn't be too worried if you miss anything out. Now at this point, because I've barricaded off the other side, I'm pretty much just waiting for the Orcs to show up and doing a bit of headbanging in the meantime. So here we go, here's the Orcs. If you're lucky, you will get a 9x on the first ones that show up in each of these little sections here. But yeah, again, more luck than skill. Okay, so there goes down my other spike trap and my other ceiling pounder. Right, and this wave, the ogre shows up on this side instead. Now, I can't kill it before I kill the mobs on the other side here. But what I can do is drag him away from the archers a little bit and take some of his health off beforehand. Just saves me time. So there you go, about 40%, a few shots there for good measure. I'm using one of my spare boom barrels here in the same position just to see if I can up the combos slightly on these orcs, but yeah, that really didn't work. I was a total idiot and I just managed to hit that boom barrel with my blade staff, so my bad on that one. I would have done much better combos had I just done it normally. But anyway, I'm still playing with the boom barrels here. I'm just seeing what I can and can't do. It works well. I've got this for the ogre working really well. You'll see again here in a second. The ogre shows up, so going for the 12x again. And there we go, 12x combo. So as you can see, boom barrels on the ogres, no problems. Boom barrels on the orcs, still a work in progress. Not great combos on the archers. Normally you can do quite well on them, but they're quite... I think the right word is for what the archers are like. They're quite erratic. They do whatever the hell they feel like. They'll stop to shoot and such, so it's not easy to always combo them well. Right, the last ogres show up on the very last wave, so I need 2 boom barrels for those, but the rest of them I can use up. I've wasted 1, so I've got 1 more to waste, so I'm sure you'll probably see me wasting that at some point coming up. Here I'm just waiting for the orcs to show up again. Decided to put down a few more archers here. Now, I find you don't want too many archers. I said 3 or 4 normally works quite well. Because if you get too many, the orcs die before they hit your kill line here. And when that happens, you lose the 2 combos from the tar and the grinder. And, or I guess 3 combos if you count the ceiling pounder as well. I also don't overdo it with the ballistas here. I've put down 2 ballistas. I think that's the total I go with in the end. I could put down some more, but I decided against doing that, and because they will interfere sometimes with your comboing here if they shoot the orcs too early. Again, just the same as having too many archers really. Don't know what that was. I accidentally managed to use the right click and blade staff, but I find that if you do it if you're weapon switching anyway, you do it quickly enough, then sometimes it doesn't count it. I mean, that mana for that ability to not actually get taken from my mana pool, so very strange goings on. Very strange indeed. I look here, there's nothing else to buy. I've got so much money, I don't know what to do with it. I'm thinking about taking out some kind of, starting one of those businesses where I lend out cash to people for like short-term loans. You know, like what's that advert called? I see it on TV every day at work. It's like Cash Cow or Quick Quid. I think that's right. Yeah, those loans are awesome. Like 2,000 something percent APR. No problems. I get loads of money back if I do that. It's like a vicious cycle of lending. I should get involved in that. I'm going to start looking into that after this level, guys, so stay tuned for some of that. Here we go. 9x, very nice. Now, the 9x's are good. I don't go for them all the time specifically, but it's always nice to get them when you do. Because as I said, they're worth twice the combos before it. They're worth 2 8s, they're worth 4 7s, 8 6s, so on and so forth. So they are really, really worth getting if you can. I think I'll get a few of them in this level overall, but they all add up. Like mini ogres or whatever, so it works for me. Here's the next lot. Oh, I need an 8 that time. You know, 8's still good, but it's no 9. 9's much better. Oh, my bloody grinder got jammed up. Do okay on the combos even with the grinder down, but yeah, you need the grinder to get the real good combos. I've had to play around with other wall traps, but the grinder seems like the best one because it's the most consistent one of them all. Here you can see me doing some barrel transporting. An epic failing at that as well. There we go. Get your head in order, Mr. Hippos. There's the second one. The barrels, by the way, they sit in front of you. If you run anywhere near a wall, they will just kind of hit the wall and not go where you want them to go. I'm trying the last remaining spare barrel I've got, just to see what I can do with it. The answer is nothing. So, yep, still working on that. I need the last 2 boom barrels now for the ogres to come along on the last wave. So, yeah, saving those ones up. Oh, stupid grinder got jammed up again. I think I need like a grinder maintenance team. If anyone knows anyone that could do it, let me know and I'll hook them up with some cash. I've got loads of extra cash here. Combo. Where are you, 9 combo? Where are you? If I can't get 9s, I go for 7s. 7s is like the one I want to get as a minimum. We've got quite a few 7s there. There's a 7 again. An 8. Ah, 5. Ah, there's my 9. That's what I'd be looking for. Grinder gets jammed up again. Okay, let's see. As we're approaching here the final countdown, I am putting down tar traps there in the middle. That will slow down the orcs that come from this side a little bit for me, to ensure they don't overlap with the ones from the other side. I'm taking the health of this one down a little bit, but I'm not making him chase me because I don't want him to. Because I don't want him to come in too early. I need the time to prepare for him. The only problem with doing that, what I've just done, is it gives me little time to prepare for this ogre, and I'm completely missing the headshots in this guy. I've got to like stop, slow him down a little bit there, and put down my boom barrel in a rubbish place, and an 11x. That's what you get when you're not prepared, guys. There's probably a better way of doing that. I've been thinking about it, and I think if I stay on this side at the start of this round and take care of this ogre properly, I could potentially put down a few more tar traps on the other side, just to slow down that side a bit more and allow me to take the ogre's health down before it reaches me without stressing it. Right, so here's a boom barrel placement, and the ogre is on his way. I'm just able to afford the lightning storm in time. 12x. So I had 3 12x's and 1 11x on this round, which is awesome. The only way I could improve this slightly is by getting 4 12x's, but the consistency behind that is, as you can imagine, quite difficult to pull off. I wish I could do it every time, but it's not always possible. Another 9x, that's always good. I think this is my best run on this map yet. My previous best score was 825,000, and I had less 12x combos on that one. I had less good combos on the ogres, so this should be better. So let's see. And what have we got here? 5 skulls and 870,000. That's a shame. If I hadn't dropped that 12x combo, I would have got over 900. Anyway, thank you guys for viewing, and I will see you next episode.